Welcome to Motorhome Specialist. This is a first look, world premiere of something that nobody has ever done in the RV industry before. This is the Fleetwood Fortis, and this has a unique special feature.
This is the only Class A gas on the market with a dedicated theater room.
Hi, my name is Elisha Bendele.
And I'm Graham like the Cracker, and welcome to Motorhome Specialist.
Let's get started on this video about the Fleetwood Fortis, and I think it starts with the chassis and the engine. Come take a look.
So let's get started. So as we are in the front of this Fleetwood Fortis, you'll notice we are on a Ford 26,000 pound chassis. This is the 7.3 liter V8 motor, aka the Godzilla, the kind of the big claim to fame. As we move over here, you can kind of see that there is a piece inside this windshield. It is called the AVS, Advanced Vehicle Safety Package. That is an option from Fleetwood. What that's going to give you that no one else can offer in the industry is lane departure and adaptive cruise control.
All that on a gas coach?
Yes, sir.
That's
all
impressive.
that on a Class A gas.
Next thing we want to talk about is this paint job. This is the Gemini paint, all new for the Fleetwood Fortis. Absolutely gorgeous. We'll show you some shots of the side. Beautiful. I love how Fleetwood does an amazing job with this paint. Clear coat on top. They cut and buff every layer. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's take a look at the side over here. So talking about the chassis on this one a little bit more. As you said, it's a 26,000 pound chassis. That's the largest in the industry for a gas Class A motorhome. But what's special about this coach is the tires. You have 22.5-inch tires. A lot of other brands at this price point are going to have those 19-inch tires, something that is a lot more inexpensive but doesn't drive as good. Additionally, there's something special about these rims. These are actually Alcoa aluminum rims. They're not steel, which means they're not going to rust out on you down the road.
So Elijah, does that mean that this is like actually the rim itself, or is that a hubcap there?
That's the rim, not
That's
a
the
hubcap.
rim.
So you're not going to lose that going down the road.
Good.
I've seen a lot of coaches come in with steel rims and hubcaps, and the hubcaps fall off.
Awesome. That is great news. I'm glad I won't have to worry about losing these things. And
So moving on down the side of the coach, you have a double entry steps, all electric to the interior. Makes it very easy to get in. If you don't have that, you have the single first step. You have to kind of step up quite a ways to get into the coach. So that's a great thing about the Fortis.
And these things are pretty stable, right? Like I could jump on this and it would hold me.
It would. You want to try that? Whoa! Before we move on, actually, I can't forget about the mirrors. Those are heated mirrors, and they have a camera right up here. What's great about that is if you have the camera down here, like on a lot of other coaches, they get dirty. You're always having to clean that off in order to see. So great feature. What's the cargo carrying capacity on this, Graham?
So this big unit, this thing can almost hold 6,000 pounds of people, cargo, or water. So that is a ton in comparison to the rest of the average across the motorhome industry. Now, as we kind of continue down here, something I do want to point out, probably a big ticket item, is this pass-through bay. You can go all the way through. I can put a table in there, I can put a chair in there. Snowboards, skiing, fishing poles, anything you can really lay in there, you can put.
Great thing about this too is the storage area is all rotocast storage. So it's a molded piece of plastic. The amazing thing there is it's not going to rot out. So a lot of other brands that have like plywood floors, what happens is we get a lot of trade-ins and that floor is completely shot. You end up spending 10, 15, 20 grand to replace the floor. Yep. So you lose a lot of trade-in value or resale value down the road. Now with this rotocast, the other cool thing too is you can throw some ice in there, throw some drinks when you're tailgating, and there's a drain here. You just open it up and you can drain all that water out.
Wow, that's awesome.
These windows are special too. This is usually what you see on a diesel motorhome, right?
Oh, yeah, and what do you call these windows right
Frameless windows, Graham.
Awesome. And the thing with frameless is that, number one, it helps with temperature, and number two, it helps with noise. So as you're going down the road, it's going to absorb some of that noise, or number two, it's going to help save you some temperature so your ACs aren't fighting as hard to keep that coach cool going down the road.
Can't forget this special badge here. This is a 75-year badge on the Fleetwood Fortis. Looks amazing. It is a great special edition unit. What's this?
This big thing is your entertainment center. This is going to come with a smart TV with your 2 speakers on the outside. You can turn on your shows, your football, your soccer, your baseball, whatever you want to watch out here, or even play video games out here if you really want to. This is nice because you're going to have your remote and it is encompassed, so you're not getting rained on.
It's fantastic. Right up here, you have a massive awning on this passenger side. And I know we did look at the storage before, but I didn't talk about how they're slam latch. Just like a high-end diesel motorhome or a super, super high-end gas motorhome. They're not those little cheap things
twist knobs
that fall off and rust out.
Right, right. So as we come, you are going to have a slide right here. Not a big deal as of now, but let's go ahead and get to some of the other ticket items. So as we get to this bay right here, this is another full pass-through, right? So if you're trying to use that full 6,000 pounds of cargo that we mentioned earlier, you're going to do it in one of these two bays, this one or the one up front. So awesome. Once again, rotocast. There is no plug in this one here. So the one that Elijah mentioned up front for like a drain or ice, you can do it up there, but not back here.
You also have a gas grill connection right here, which is a connection to the propane tank. So you can have a grill out here, have a good fun time at the campground. Moving on down here, you have one of the biggest outside kitchens I've seen on a Gas Class A motorhome. Get out of the way there, Graham. This is fantastic. You got power here. You have a fridge for your milks and beers. You got, what's that right there?
Well, this is a griddle, so it's actually pretty easy. You got two latches on the side. You just pull it straight out. It is on a tray. It latches when it's fully out. So you can do some cooking here or your alternative cooking there. You also got your bottle cap opener, so if you are opening a drink or a beer, like Elijah said, you got it already there. You don't got to worry about finding one.
It's also like the small details with the Fortis that matter, right? This is actually at a comfortable height. I've seen a lot of motorhomes or RVs in my time where this grill is so far up in the outside kitchen that you have to like cook like this. Very uncomfortable. So great placement. Fleetwood thinks of the small things that actually matter to campers.
Right. You want to press that down for me? Ba-bam, ba-bam. Pretty easy there. All right. So as we come around this back side here, so a few things to mention. This is a one-piece fiberglass back cap, meaning there aren't a ton of seals scattered out throughout this back cap. It is solely on this one section here, which is nice when you talk about structure and construction.
Again, that's just like a diesel pusher. So what you find on a lot of gas coaches in this price point is you have a flat piece of fiberglass back here. Like you said, a lot of seals. Doesn't last as long. I've seen those back caps that are a straight piece of fiberglass actually fall out the back of the motorhome. So this is a one-piece cap just like a diesel motorhome.
Even this thing is just pretty. Just looking at it, I mean, with the different indentions and the dimensions of this thing, I mean, it's just eye-appealing, almost like a transformer is.
You also have an 8,000-pound hitch here, guys. So if you want to tow that vehicle, tow that trailer, no issues with the Fleetwood Fortis.
Nope. And you also have your 7-pin connection as well for a trailer or your flat towing.
There's just so many things to talk about back here because you've got not only the backup camera up there with LED lights up there, but you also have a rear ladder here, comes standard on the Fortis.
Awesome, awesome. And is that ladder detachable there? So if like you're driving, you can take that off and put it somewhere?
Sure is. If I can figure this out. You want to show us the driver's side there, Graham?
Yeah, so let's continue on to this driver's side. Let's hit the big ticket items for y'all, and we'll keep on moving. All right, so as we come along this driver's side, Elijah, if you will get that first bay for me.
Absolutely. So what we have in here is the Cummins owner generator. This is actually one of the best name brands, but it's also the 5,500 watt generator.
Correct.
It's
yes,
a
sir.
QG version, which stands for quiet gas.
Yes, sir. So you don't got to worry about propane or diesel inside of that thing. As you do come around, you do have your fuel tank fill here. And as we come here, just your other side of your pass-through storage, once again, as I mentioned earlier, you can put tables, fishing poles, snowboards, skateboards, whatever you want inside of there.
This unit also has slide toppers. Great feature. You don't have to get up there and clean your slides off if you get, a bunch of leaves and junk up there. So
Awesome,
very nice
awesome.
feature.
All right, and as we continue down, you just have the other side of the pass-through there. Not a whole lot going on, but here is what is important. So you do have your wet bay here. This thing is enclosed, meaning you don't have to worry about snow, rain, ice, sleet, rocks bouncing into this thing, hitting your pipes. This is where you do all your dumping for your black, your gray tank, which, fun to mention, this thing has a 100-gallon fresh water tank. And probably about the average for the motorhome industry is probably about 50 gallons. That alone is a 50-gallon black and a 50-gallon gray. So you're surpassing the average right now.
Another great feature over here is you have an outside shower. You got hot, cold water right here, so if you come in from the beach, you can clean your feet off, clean your dogs off before they go inside. And then right here is a Suburban tankless hot water heater. So, I mean, I don't know any RV brand I'd want to buy without a tankless hot water heater. You get those 6-gallon hot water heaters. You basically can only take like a 2 to 3 minute military shower.
Right.
Not with a tankless hot water heater.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as we kind of hit this last one, or not last one, but second to last, you just have another storage bay. Not a whole lot going on, but it's good to know how much storage you do have, because that's what everyone wants to know is, how much can I fit in here? What can I bring when I go camping? And frankly, you can bring a lot.
All right, Graham, that's enough of the outside. Let's get onto the inside, which is what everyone wants to see, the theater room.
Let's do it.
Now, as we come onto the interior of the Fleetwood Fortis, I do want to point out this is the all-new, beautiful interior domino with the oceanfront heritage cabinetry collection. We know you want to see the theater room first, so we're going to show you that first.
Let's do it.
Isn't this nice?
Oh, super nice. Sorry, boss. I swear I'm not sleeping on the job. But man,
All right,
this
Graham,
thing is
get to work.
comfy back here. Let me tell you what, this thing is nice.
These recline pretty much all the way. That's incredible.
And keep in mind, I'm 5'10", and I fit on this thing super well.
This is unbelievable that they were able to do a theater room in a Gas Class A motorhome.
Right? I wonder why no one else has thought of this before them.
Nobody's done a theater room, period.
It's awesome.
Look at the way they finish this. You have these beautiful soft touch panels. You got some backlighting behind them. You have this massive, massive TV. I mean, really kind of sets the tone for a great theater room. You also have a fireplace back here, which puts out some heat.
Yeah, and you also have the furnace that is ran through these theater seats back here, which is awesome. So if you are enjoying a nice cozy night in, you can heat through the fireplace, heat through the furnace. But if it's hot, you can also cool the place down. You do have your dual ACs up on the roof, so you do have your independent ventilation back here.
I want to point out right over here, these theater seats have some nice storage in them, so you can put the remotes, kind of stick them right here in that armrest. And then right over here, you've got power, USB, and you actually have USB-C. So this is a very modern coach. Also has a sound bar.
Wow.
It's a name brand too. Clisp. I always don't know how to say that.
I can't enunciate it myself.
It's a really, really good brand. I know that.
But, you know, the good thing about this room is, yes, we're calling it the theater room, but it's also a media room. You know, people like me, who's a gamer, they're young, they want to play games. You can play Wii, Xbox, PlayStation, even hook up a computer, make it an office if you wanted. I mean, this space can be used for all sorts of different things, not just a theater room.
So with the Fleetwood Fortis, it's the little details that matter. Just looking at the fireplace, you can change the color of the fireplace to whatever kind of suits your mood. But also the cabinetry, if you notice, the rest of the unit is the oceanfront heritage painted collection. In the theater room and the bathroom, they did a different color cabinetry. Looks really, really great, kind of a grayer tone, but it's little details, again, like I said, that matter. You have nice kind of carpeted storage compartments down here, and then this door, you actually have a designed door. A lot of other products in this price point are just going to have a flat door. There's no special design to it whatsoever. Little details that matter for Fleetwood Fortis. You also have a dedicated half bath back here, so you've got a great sized sink, toilet, ventilation fan, just a great layout.
Yeah, there's no point to really ever leave it. You can sleep in here, use the toilet, and you got TV. I think I'm set right here.
What more can you need?
Nope, nothing.
Let's show you the rest of the coach. So in the bedroom, there is just a ton of storage. What you always want when you're RVing is more room to put stuff. So you have an unbelievable amount of drawers here and cabinets. Incredible.
With adjustable shelving, which is nice.
And it's all metal ball bearing drawer glides. This is quality, quality, quality. Just like what you see on a diesel pusher.
And you know what they say, this is probably going to be hers and also hers.
That's right.
Yeah, the husband isn't probably going to get most
gets
of
this area right here. That's pretty cool, though. Some hidden storage.
Right. So you got a little bit of storage. So if you wanted to put a safe back there, or, you know, if you are a gamer, like mentioned earlier, you could put a PlayStation back there. You could put other things back there, which then ties into your sound system here for the back bedroom. So as we kind of come over here to the bedside, you do got the designer bed sheets. You got both shades on both sides for nights, shutting out all the lights. Now, if you come lay down on this big old bed, you do have your CPAP ready already. So there's already a hole pre-cut, and you also got 2 speakers up here. So as you're enjoying a movie with the family or the significant other, you can sit here and just watch TV and not worry about can you hear the TV or not.
Now moving on to the kitchen. Hold on there, Graham. You got some great storage here, some kind of pantry area, and you actually have adjustable shelving right here. So you can fit, kind of customize it to whatever you need to fit. In the kitchen area, you got a massive 12-volt fridge, some really, really unique features in here as well. So your microwave also is a convection microwave and an air fryer. Really awesome, incredible feature. And then just kind of continuing the story of the Fleetwood Fortis is it's all luxury, right? So you're not going to have a plastic backsplash, are you, Graham?
No, sir.
Tile. You have solid surface countertops, farm-style sink with the the stainless steel front there. Even the inserts for the sink, the covers, that's that solid surface. Really, really gorgeous. Can we talk a little bit more about the kitchen, Graham?
Yeah, so, kind of going off of what Elijah said, he keeps mentioning all the small details. So you do have the piece that you can move alone, the hose, if you will. You do have your shelving in here that is adjustable as well. And kind of go back on the microwave real quick. It's funny because I have the same microwave in my house, literally, and you don't even have to pull it. You could hit door open and the thing comes open.
Wow.
So you want to talk about small details. It's things like that that matter. You also have the oven and the backlit, so at night you can always come and see where your burners are. You can turn them on and off, which is always nice.
Even just like the handles. I mean, the handles are like this beautiful matte black finish, and then you have a control right here for your vent fan. So if you're cooking in here and you don't want the smells to pile up, you can raise, lower it right here, and turn the fan on and off. And then more storage down here.
Yep. And, something to point out real quick while we're standing right here is you'll notice all of your HVAC is center line. So when you run this slide in, none of these vents are being closed off by the slides. What you'll find kind of across the industry is that all these slides, when you bring them in, you're covering up all of these systems here. So then your HVAC, when you kick it on going down the road, really isn't cooling all that well. So this is center stacked, and it makes awesome for cooling off this unit here. I do also want to point out, you do have your multiplex screen. And depending on which coach you're standing in, you might not have a screen. You might have standard analogs, but really this precision circuits board here is phenomenal. You can do your lighting, your levels, your slides, your awnings.
Graham, I think they knocked it out of the park with this layout. So as I'm standing here, you can sit right here across from the TV. If you could pull that TV off of the wall there, Graham, that actually swivels. You can take it out as far as you want. So you got the TV right across from the seating. But talking about the living room feel, I mean, it just creates like a homey feel because you have this L-shaped couch right here across from this seating, which, by the way, has seat belts in the seating positions. So you can, drive down the road with peace of mind that the people back here, your passengers, are safe.
Right.
But also this goes right down into a bed. You have actually little legs that attach to this, makes a bed.
Correct.
And then along the same theme of the small details that matter, if you look down here, you actually have cords already wired, HDMI cords to that TV, and there's a bunch of room. I can actually put my entire arm in there. You could put, an Apple TV or your TV box down in there, maybe, again, a PlayStation.
Right. So I think it's something to mention, not to cut you off here, but, as he was down here, you noticed that there's actually no floor vents in this coach.
That's a great point.
Pretty much all your furnishing is stuck somewhere besides the floor. So you're not worried about, things getting stuck in the floor, your kids dropping things in there, dirt, dust, whatever it really is. You don't have anything going. So, I mean, really, you don't have to worry about things of that degree, which is super, super nice. Something I also want to point out is you can just take this table out if you don't want to use it as a bunk, and then you're creating all this space with an L shape and your jackknife sofa, whether you want to do goat yoga or sit here and talk. You could really do either or if you take it out.
You also have seatbelts right over here as well. So
correct.
More peace of mind for your passengers. Just a great layout.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's look at the bathroom now.
So to continue to the shower, you do have a pretty nice shower. I'm 5'10". I can do 360s in the thing. Fits me well. Then you also do have your toilet, which is porcelain, not plastic, which is nice. It's a good mention. They've already kind of set up little places for you to put toilet paper, to put your hand towels, which a lot of these coaches don't have some of those small features. So that is great. You do have your faucet here. And then you do also have your 4 different cabinets in here, which does have your fully adjustable shelving in all of them. So that makes nice for good storage if you want to put linens, toilet paper, even just medicine, things of that degree.
Now coming into this cab area, you got these really plush driver and passenger seats. I mean, these are comfy. Nice. They also swivel around, so
yes,
they join your living room. So you really do have a nice living room kind of vibe up here.
For sure, and something to point out, kind of what's sitting right above us is this electric bed that will drop all the way down. And this bed is actually rated at 600 pounds. So as you do your research and you look across, a lot of these beds are only 250 or 500 pounds. This is a 600-pound bed that it can hold, which is more than normal, which is nice.
That's impressive.
I do also want to mention, as it's kind of right above us, is the dual speakers and your WineGuard system. So you do already have the router built in for internet. The whole theme of this has been the media room and the theater room. So that's a big question is, hey, do you have internet? Do you have Wi-Fi?
You mentioned working from home. If you're kind of someone who likes to work from home or work on their laptop, you also have a really nice desk area right here that just sits right in there perfectly. That's very convenient.
Yep, and something that's also nice to point out is you do have the triple cup holder up front. They're not set way up forward or way off to the side, as well as a driver and passenger USB and USB-C outlets right here in front of us.
This is, in my opinion, this is kind of somewhere where Fleetwood has always shined. They do a great job with the cab area. A lot of other coaches don't pay any attention to this. They get the chassis from Ford, they throw some kind of a molded piece up here, and it never looks good. Fortis makes it look very automotive, just like a car. It's nice and black. They do great molding. They really build this out very well. You have a microphone here, so if you're on the phone via Bluetooth, it'll actually pick you up. Nice big screen here.
Yeah, and if we're talking about screens, there's something that Fleetwood does that I've yet to find in anyone else's coach. So you actually have a dual monitor. So you have this main head unit here, which is your Sirius XM, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, AM, FM. You can do all your navigation here. But the second piece of it, it has a secondary screen alone that is set for solely cameras. And the reason that's important is if you're going through downtown Dallas, downtown Houston, and you need to see where you're going, and you're also trying to switch lanes and see if there's a car beside you, you're able to see your cameras and your navigation. You're not having to pick between one or the other on this head unit, which I think is a major deal, but it's also a big safety item.
So if you're interested in this Fleetwood Fortis, the brand new 36T theater room, come to Motorhome Specialist in Dallas, Texas. We'll help you out. We have the best deals in the country on motorhomes. We carry pretty much all the major brands. You can come camp here when you pick up. Yeah. We have a great delivery process.
We also
you can call the number we have below. Go ahead, Graham.
Yeah, no, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to say we also give away the 1 year of RV Complete.
We do.
It is complimentary. That's mobile mechanics and tire assistance and hotlines. So if you do have something pop up on your camping, we're here to help you even after the sale.
We have 106 locations across the country where you can get service and get help down the road. We'd love to see you here in Dallas at Motorhome Specialist, the #1 volume selling dealership in the world, 12 years in a row.